Hello, my name is Randy Rolfe, and I'm an independent consultant with Nikken, the world's leader in wellness technologies based on natural energy. And this is a product showcase where some of us independent consultants share our personal stories with the products. And we have another product showcase Thursday evenings, and they are live and also recorded, and we have other live presentations throughout the week about the business and specific technologies. So welcome, and I hope you learn something about Nikken and choose to explore it further as a result of this presentation. So I'm going to share my screen briefly to give you an overview of Nikken. And I'm sorry for the delay. I had some technical issues. But Nikken's all about discovering active wellness. And I'd been involved in the wellness industry for 20 years before I got involved with Nikken. I had decided I would do preventive health and learn about nutrition. I didn't know how to cook, so I decided to teach myself what I should be cooking to keep my family healthy. So that was back in 1971. And I eventually became a nutrition counselor and teacher, and also a family therapist after I left the practice of law to help families stay healthy and happy. And so when I heard about Nikken, I was very, very excited, because when I was counseling families, I realized that it was their daily lifestyle habits that made the difference, not only in their health, but also if they got along, their mental health, if they were rested and felt positive and could communicate better. It all was based on the compounding effect of their daily choices and habits. And I love this picture, if you're watching the video, that those daily choices send us either in a direction of reaching our full potential, what Nikken calls humans being more, that's their founding motto, or humans under stress, not achieving our full potential. And it's those daily decisions that do make the difference. It's not some big decision, oh, I'm going to take a new job and double my salary, or I'm going to go to a fitness club starting on the first of the month. It's the little decisions of, good quality sleep, good attitude, good lifestyle choices as far as exercise and diet. And they all add up to huge difference in our health, our relationships, our happiness, our success, even our income, whether we're productive at work or whatever we do to create our income. So the compounding effect is critical, and the compound effects of the preventive things we do every day do add up to a longer, healthier, happier life. So what I liked so much about Nikken was that it gave you a way to take care of yourself, even though we're faced with serious body burden in modern life. Stress is worse every year. The 20 years I've been involved in Nikken, stress is a worse influence now than it was then, partly because of the financial stress since the recession. It's been very hard on many, many families. And also the toxic load from pollution, both the chemical pollution and now also the pollution from Wi-Fi and being surrounded by electric all the time and so on. And stress is implicated in all the major things that kill us early: heart disease, cardiovascular disease,
Take care.
Diabetes, stroke. Let's see, I need to mute everybody. There we go. And also in all those things that shorten our, decrease our quality of life: fatigue, anxiety, depression, allergies, sleep problems, weight problems, and so on. And we don't recover as quickly if we get injured, because our body is under so much stress, and our minds. 70% of Americans report that they have sleep issues. That's amazing. And as I've noticed in the history of nutrition, we only notice that we need things when they're gone. So we're now really appreciating how important sleep is because we're not getting enough of it. And our sleep environments aren't good. Our mattresses aren't comfortable. There's too much light in the sky, too much light in our houses. Our sleep environments aren't good. And again, stress. We've got too much on our minds. And we know that one poor night's sleep drops your immune system by up to 60% immediately for the next day. And it's no wonder that we tend to get sick during the holidays because we have very irregular sleep patterns during those times. We also know that memory is laid down during sleep. And if you're not getting a good, steady sleep pattern, your memory is not going to be as good. And that's affecting more and more people. Then we have air and water pollution. Air pollution has increased inside our homes because of all the chemicals most people introduce to their homes. Over 3,000 new chemicals every year are put on the market, and there's no way the regulators can keep up with that. And 7 million premature deaths annually are linked to air pollution by the World Health Organization. And of course, our water, we know our tap water can be dangerous. We put chlorine in it to keep pathogens that can kill us right away, but then we're stuck with the chlorine compounds, and the heavy metals are still in there, agricultural chemicals, medicinals from upstream, they are still in our tap water, endocrine disruptors that can cause major hormone problems, and so on. Even bottled water is made to taste better, but it also still may have thousands of different contaminants in it. So those are the big environmental factors that we have to deal with: stress, sleep, air, water pollution. And the people that suffer the most are our children. And it's really unacceptable that we have this epidemic of obesity among children. The chart here just shows that a third of our population is actually obese. That's not just overweight, that's obese. 78 million adults, 12 million children. 1 out of every 5 adolescents is obese. And we know it's because of inadequate consumption of essential nutrients and not enough activity and a lot of stress, and poor sleep, we now know, increases the likelihood of weight gain because the body is under stress and it stores away energy instead of using it. And we know that younger and younger people are getting these chronic diseases of modern life: cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, cancer, arthritis, and those kinds of things. Less than half of adolescents are eating the recommended amount of vegetables. Of course, low-income families have it way, way worse. And 27% of high schoolers aren't getting the recommended physical activity, and it's going up regularly. And you can understand that because they don't have the energy they need, they have extra weight, and may even have stress problems. So what is the answer? It's humans being healthy by choice, not by chance. Choosing active wellness. And we call active wellness the process by which we educate ourselves, become aware of how we can self-care and have a more successful existence. So when I first saw Nikken, I was really impressed with the philosophy of the 5 pillars of health, because I'd been a corporate lawyer and I knew that the firm, although it was a good law firm, they didn't really care what was going on in my spiritual life or my physical health, as long as I turned up for work, whether I had time for my family, if I felt I was really contributing to society. There was lots of money there, but I didn't want to sacrifice all those other things to get the big money. And so when I saw that Nikken was in favor of that everybody deserved a balanced, abundant life, and all 5 pillars could be in balance, that made so much sense to me. And then I fell in love with the products because they were unique. I'd never seen anything like it before, and they still are. Nikken is at the cutting edge of restoring us to the natural earth energy that all living things thrive on. The earth's a giant magnet, and by putting ourselves in concrete buildings surrounded by electric and now Wi-Fi, we have distorted the natural energy that our bodies are meant to thrive in. So they invented insoles. The very first product they had in 1975 was insoles with a magnetic technology, patented magnetic technology, that helps put our bodies back in that good magnetic energy, and our bodies tend to work better. It's amazing. Almost anything can kind of get better once you're wearing those insoles. Then they developed a sleep futon that had the magnetics, and all these products now are in their fourth evolution of patented technologies that are even more effective than what they had developed back in the 70s. Since then, they've developed an amazing cutting edge line of nutritionals that we'll talk about. Also wonderful air and water products, and light, and we'll talk some more about the water, because that water and sleep are really the core, as well as good nutrition, of health. So we have basically three categories of products: the nutrition, the environment, and the rest and relaxation. And we're going to focus on how the products help with performance, athletic particularly. We have some great stories coming up, so I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail. I'm sure a lot of this will be covered as we talk about that. But I do want to mention our everyday organic based weight management program, because so many people are wrestling with dietary distortions and problems with weight. And this is the only organic-based weight management program that is designed for every day. It actually re-educates your brain so that you make good food choices. You're not craving carbohydrates or craving salt and sugar, because this normalizes your energy production, and you don't get those cravings in your brain. And it's all done. It's completely vegan. It's organic. There's nothing in there you don't want, and all kinds of great stuff you do want to not only energize, but to rebalance your metabolism and to cleanse, because when you release fat, a lot of toxins are stored in fat. So you want to be cleansing, helping your liver and kidneys get rid of the nasty stuff. So I did want to mention that as one of our nutritional miracles. And now we'll talk about our personal Nikken experiences. So let me stop my screen share, and maybe I'll leave it up there. I think the people that are going to be sharing don't have cameras operating. But Karen Rose, would you like to share? I know you're quite an athlete and have some wonderful Nikken stories. Let me just say about myself that I've always been very physically active with swimming and hiking and ping pong and ballroom dance. And what I noticed was I just had much, much more stamina, and my balance was better in the ballroom dancing. And in the swimming, I just never got tired. I could swim all day if I had time. And I do have more time since I've been in Nikken. And ping pong, I'm 69 and my wrists and arms work great. I move fast when I play. And so I know just from everyday kinds of activities that Nikken supports our physical performance. But we have some real athletes that are going to talk to you today. So Karen Rose, can you share some of your stories? She's from California and has been using Nikken for a long time. Can you unmute yourself?
Good morning, Randy. Good morning, everyone. My name is Karen Rose. I live in the Bay Area of San Francisco, and I'm really excited about talking about the products for athletic performance. These products, I think, they also help for anyone that wants to maybe get back in the game. Maybe they have an injury or something that they're recovering from. And these products really perform beautifully in prevention and recovery. So who knows what we're preventing? And then if you do have some kind of an issue, the recovery is fabulous. I will tell a recent story. I tripped on something, and I was able to keep my balance, I am sure, because I had the insoles in my shoes. So I didn't fall down, number one. But number two, I did twist my knee. So my knee was bothering me, and I used the Kenko Touch. I did 2 treatments of the Kenko Touch. I was laying in my bed, and it was real easy. I just put it on my knee, and the next morning, my knee was fine. That's a knee that I've had trouble with. Over 20 years ago, I was walking with crutches for 2 weeks and a cane for 6 months. I was in my 40s. I'm the same age as Randy now. I'm 69. Since I was introduced to these products in 2000, I have not injured that knee. I haven't even fallen, which is really interesting because I have a short leg on that side. So it ends up being I trip and sometimes fall. And I've been able to keep my balance. Like Randy says, the balance is phenomenal with having insoles in your shoes, and you just never know when you're going to need that kind of balance. So sure, they're great for performance, but they're also great for everyday life so that you don't get injured, so you can do all the sports that you want to do. I'm also a yoga teacher practitioner, and one of the things I notice, the products also help with breathing, which we don't talk about a lot. And one of the things in yoga that's really powerful that I teach is diaphragmatic breathing. And the breathing with these products is deeper, it's better. Also, you can keep in between doing some of my, if I can't do my yoga practice for a week sometimes, my flexibility and everything does not change or go down. I've been recently upping my yoga practice, and I'm just thrilled with some of the things that are happening. And I'm able to do the things that I was able to do in my 40s in yoga, which is pretty amazing to continue with that, in my 60s. And now later in the year, I'm going to be heading into my 70s. I'm also a horseback rider. I use the products for the horses. I notice if I haven't ridden in a while, when I ride and I come back and I think, oh my gosh, the next morning I'm going to be sore, and I lay in that sleep system, that cocoon of energy in the night, and I wake up in the morning and I'm refreshed and I'm not sore, and it's pretty amazing. The other thing is I love the CM cream, sebum myristoyl. It's really great anti-inflammatory cream. We now have the duct tape, which is the kinesiology tape. We have all kinds of additional little products around that we can use. There are go-to products besides the magnetics. But I had a horse actually step on my foot, just plant its foot on my foot out at the ranch, and it was throbbing, and I thought, oh boy, I'm going to have that. It's going to swell up. And fortunately, I had one of the Nikken socks in my boot. I love the Nikken socks. The athletic socks are great. They also, they keep your feet from sweating. They're really comfortable. They're an energy sock. So I'm sure that I probably didn't get it injured as badly, but I went back to my car, and I had the Mag Duo and some CM cream on. I also had the insole on my boot. So I had the sock and the insole in my boot, but it was still, the horse really planted on my foot. And I put the CM cream on, it immediately relaxed the throbbing, and then I rubbed it with the Mag Duo, and the next day it didn't even swell up. And now we even have the duct tape. I wanted to add that to it. So we have all kinds of products. I also love the sleep mask. And there's a great video by Herb Rapp. I was talking with Herb Rapp, who is a really great tennis player in Nikken. And he's written a book. Randy knows about the book. It's a great book. It's called Fit to Win. And I recommend that for anyone in Nikken that is working with people that are athletics. He's just really a great resource for that. And he also has Athletics Win with Nikken products. And there's 2 sessions of that. And one of the things, I love the sleep mask. And it was really interesting that he talked about the sleep mask, because athletes have to use their eyes and visuals. And the sleep mask is huge benefits for our eyes as we age, because there's many things with cataracts and lots of things that can develop. And I've had my eyes checked, and my eyes are better, and I have no cataracts developing. So I really attribute it to two things, the sleep mask, and the other thing he said is really high antioxidants, which we get in a lot of our products. I love the Siaga juice. I love the 10-4. I love the Vital Balance. Herb Rapp and I were talking about the Vital Balance, and he orders an extra one just in case he can't get a food source. He said, I can live off of the Vital Balance. And I agree. You could live off the Vital Balance and even the greenzymes. You could probably live off the greenzymes and pie water because it's so nutritionally valued. So it's so great to have these things plus the water. Randy mentioned the water. And I also talk a lot about the water with my animals, but the water, hydrating yourself when you're performing, or I know after you do a yoga session, you always want to drink water because you want to flush, it's flushing your system out. When you work really actively, you want to drink water. And we have incredible water for that, for athletes and for after doing my yoga practice, I take my little sport bottle. I love the little sport bottle. I take it in my car. I've taken it when I've been riding. It's just such a wonderful tool, all the tools that we have. And the other thing I want to mention too is I love that Nikken focuses on the energy centers of the body, around the neck with the power bands, around the wrists and the back and the feet. And the feet are, there are pressure points on the feet that really they feed the whole body. And so when you energize the feet, you're energizing the whole body. And I love doing a foot massage with the CM cream. It's a wonderful, wonderful way to add to the benefits of the insoles, is doing a foot massage with the CM cream. And I do that regularly. And I love that as well. So those are all I have got incredible stories, but I could go on, but I wanted to bring in Carolyn Trotta. And Carolyn Trotta she's a skier, a water skier, and she's got an incredible story of her back. She had a back injury, and I wanted to bring her in because she's got an incredible recovery story from her back, and she's just a great resource. She also has children that are in sports, so it's a great way to introduce people to children with these products as well. So Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn. Welcome. Yes.
Hello. How are you today?
Great. Great. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got on the call a little late because we were out on the water. I'm just so grateful to Nikken. I was 16 when I injured my back water skiing. It's my favorite sport. I love to water ski. I had great dreams and aspirations, and on a dare, I tried barefooting and I hurt myself severely. And I would be, for the next 17 years, I would hurt every single day. My back would hurt. And fortunately, my mother was adamant that the doctor not give me pain medication at the time. And I'm very grateful for that, because nowadays it's just so easy when people get injured that, the doctor writes a script, and we see what's happening with people getting addicted to that. And that would have been me. But fortunately, my friend Grace shared Nikken with me. And my big issue was I didn't sleep. And when I started sleeping in that sleep system, my body finally was able to rest. I was never one to sleep well, and I wasn't repairing. And I was able to get that restorative sleep, and I was able to get back out and start water skiing. And I actually was able to get strong to compete at an amateur level. We ski in a slalom course, double high wrap boot. And, you're on the back of that rope. If you're going 30 miles an hour, you're going 50 plus across the wake. And it's very demanding. It's head to toe. And I'm 48 years old now. And I'm out there water skiing I hadn't skied in many years, and started skiing this year back in Connecticut now to the lake. And my friends are just amazed that I'm able to just get out there and ski the course. And they're like, you haven't skied in years. And I'm like, yeah, but I have these products. I start my day with my greenzymes. I do my Ken's and Vital Balance and my 10-4. I drink my Pie Mag water. And the whole ride to the lake, I've got my Mag Duo, and I roll it on my long muscles around my joints. And after I ski, I do the same thing. I'm sitting in my car now. I'm got my pie water, and I'm rolling my Mag Duo on my thighs, because I won't hurt tomorrow. And these products are just absolutely amazing. And you know, my children have been raised in a wellness home. I have a 7 and a 9-year-old, and when they hurt, you know, they're doing karate now, and my daughter's legs will hurt, and I roll those Mag Duo, and I get the CM cream out, and you know, they drink Pie Mag water, and they sleep in the sleep system. So they're off to a great start, and I can see the difference between them and their peers. So, you know, whoever brought you onto the call, you know, definitely take a closer look at this. You know, you don't have to be an athlete to use these products. These products are for everyone. You know, I used these products on my kids when they were babies. So, you know, thank you for letting me share, and
Yeah,
make it a great day.
So much. Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing what these things can do. And I just want to mention again that I wanted so much to have you guys share your stories that I should say a little more about the water system. There's nothing else like it that creates the Pie Mag water. It not only filters as fine or finer than anything else out there, but then it also alkalizes and mineralizes and microstructures with the magnetics, so that your water is energizing, it's bioavailable, it goes right into your cells instead of just sloshing around in your stomach, because the cells recognize it right away. It tastes wonderful. Kids love it. They don't ask for sweet stuff anymore. And athletes swear by it, literally, because it keeps them hydrated so that everything works better. And then the sleep system is in its 4th generation with the patented Dynaflux technology for the magnetics. It's all natural material, completely organic, anti-inflammatory without any added chemicals, which is great, reducing the toxic load. And it feels wonderful too, a pillow to match and a comforter, so that you're wrapped in good, healthy energy all night and get a really comfortable, restorative sleep. And it's amazing. Nobody knows how good they can feel until they're in that wonderful environment. So thank you, Karen Rose and Carolyn, for sharing your stories so well. I know you both have many, many more, but I'm sorry we started a little late, but I do have to close now. Ask yourself if what you're doing today is getting you closer to where you want to be tomorrow in those 5 pillars of health: healthy mind, healthy body, healthy family, healthy society, and healthy finances. And do become a customer. Start with the product. Start anywhere. If you're attracted by the water or by the insoles or by the sleep or even just the mask, can do amazing things, as Karen Rose said, for the eyes. And children and animals are just totally attracted just intuitively without reading literature or watching videos. But I do encourage anybody who really wants to learn about Nikken to join us in San Antonio for our big field convention at the end of the month, because you will meet Herb Rapp that Karen Rose talked about, who's earned actually millions helping people feel better with the Nikken products, and many of them athletes that he works with. We have Olympic gymnasts, Olympic swimmers, and many, many professional teams use our products because they do give athletes that extra edge that can make all the difference. So thank you for joining us. Become a customer. It's very easy. Get back with the person who recommended you to this video. And when you fall in love with the products, you'll probably feel obligated to share them, at least with family and friends. And you can become a part-time entrepreneur. Nikken has a very generous compensation plan when you refer people to them. And you can even build a wonderful home-based career with Nikken and become financially free, as many, many people have with Nikken in the last 42 years. So thanks for joining us, and thanks for sharing your stories, ladies, and do recommend this and the Royal Alliance and all the other wonderful recordings that we have. And Nikken has a YouTube channel too that has endless informative videos. So thanks for joining us, and I'm going to stop the recording now. Have a great week.